Every day, we're moving closer and closer to the day that our Lord comes. Will you be ready? Will you know what to expect? Have you read the verses, or have you only heard and listened? I hope, if you haven't and you've only listened, that the one you listened to told you the correct. I love Bug. Dada loves you. Yes, I love you. Because if not, you may have been taught wrong. What I would suggest doing is, if you say there is no rapture, if you've been told different things, why not look them up? Why not ask? And so that way other people can show you. Because I will tell you, from what I've found, if you don't believe there's a rapture, you won't be waiting for it. There's several parables. One is of the faithful servant and the wicked servant. Alright? It's a parable of the bridegroom and the brides, right? Well, each one of those it tells us a different aspect on the day that Jesus comes on the cloud. Because Jesus doesn't just come on a cloud, he also comes back with the saints on a white horse. I hope you look into these. I've posted videos prior to this on this channel and another, hoping that people would see that when he comes the first time, there will be a rapture. And if you're wondering, well, why can't they just say rapture? Well, he does actually say snatch away, rapturo, right? Yet people will dismiss that. I will tell you, there is a warning, several warnings in the Bible for those people, that they will be left here. They will be tested through the fire. That's the whole reason why it says the day of the Lord. You want the Lord to come? Don't you know the day of the Lord will be wrath and darkness? It's for the unbelievers. It's for the ones that believe that they have to show their faith by a testament through fire. God tells us what? We are saved by grace. His grace, Jesus' sacrifice. Not by works, lest any man should boast. It's the same thing with the rapture, guys. If you want to boast about it and say, yeah, you're going to have to go through all that, you will be left here, and you will go through all that. That's the reason why there's the marriage supper of the Lamb. Those that are raptured, those that are actually following his commands, that are doing what he talks about doing, like in Luke 21:36, they will be raptured. On that day, when that day comes, the actual tribulation is not, from what I've been finding, and I'll have this all in my notes, but it is not the seven judgments, the seven trumpets. Those do occur, but the actual tribulation itself is when Satan is cast out with his 1/3. That's why it's a tribulation, because it's the whole world. We'll see it. God, the scroll, right? Well, actually, the firmament will roll back like a scroll. This is in several different prophecies, and like Isaiah and several other ones. When that happens, that's when we'll see God on a cloud, because he's going to be right above us there on the firmament. It talks about, too, in Isaiah, I believe, that Michael, which stands up for us at that time against Satan and the 1/3. And there's a lot more to the whole reason why he gets cast out. But let's just know this, that he was cast out for our benefit, not for his. He was cast out not to punish us, but so that we may have life with God. Whereas Satan doesn't want that. Since the beginning, he's hated us. He's deceived Eve, he's deceived Adam, he's deceived every single one of us, one way or another, just like in the book of Job. So, again, I highly implore, if you haven't read the parables, if you don't believe in the rapture, do not, and I repeat this, do not go by what you've been told, nor what I tell you, Read it yourself. Hey, because once you're stuck, it's just like the bride and the bridegrooms. Those 5 are stuck here. They plead and they cry. It's too late for them. Just like it will be too late for them on that day. Just like the same way as Noah seriously preached for 120 years. God told them that I will not deal with man but for 120 years. Those 120 years, Noah and his sons worked on an ark. They also preached. For 120 years, nobody repented. Our ark is Jesus. It is our faith in him that he's coming. He is the blessed hope. That's what that means. And if you are not prepared for that, if you are not heeding his commands, you will be left here.